Hello there, welcome to the first in a series of videos showcasing some of the digital agents we have running day to day on the Doozer AI platform. Today we're going to focus on lead generation, a critical component of any successful business. We developed a digital agent that runs both our lead gen platform and our CRM platform. So let me introduce you to Harry and tell you a little bit about what he does. So we go into our portal here and we can load up the details about Harry. On the right hand side you can see a high level overview of Harry's capabilities, and on the left hand side there are different ways of accessing what Harry is able to do. So if we go in, we can look at Harry's abilities, and you can see here these are his abilities to do with being able to interact with HubSpot. Harry can create deals in HubSpot, find out about current deals, he can look up contacts, and crucially in the case of lead gen he can create new contacts as well. And if we wanted to add new abilities, we have that capability too. We should probably do another video on that. As well as different abilities, we can look and see the different routines that Harry executes day to day. And so the one that we're going to focus on in this demonstration is one that runs, we have it running every hour, it could be every 15 minutes or 30 minutes, so that whenever a lead comes into Slack, that we automatically pick it up and process it. So let's just go to both show you HubSpot. So first of all, here's a view showing that there's no contacts that have been added today. And then we're going to go to Slack and we're going to simulate basically a new contact coming in. And you'll see these tick marks, and the tick marks really mean that our platform has processed them. It's our way of being able to make sure if there's multiple contacts that have come in within any hour that we're processing them and marking them as done. So here you can see we've got John Smith from ABC Bank, and we're going to put that into Slack manually just for demo purposes. We'll go back to Harry. And so we could wait for the next routine to run, or we could just execute it manually. So we'll do that now, and we'll just hit run now. And the system will come back and say that workflow has started successfully. So down at the bottom, we can see all of the different previous executed workflows, and you can see I've run a few here just in preparation for doing this video. And then we can also go in and look at different detailed analytics as well in terms of what Harry has been doing in the past. And we'll look at that towards the end. So we'll refresh now and see if this process has started yet. So you can see here it's running. And the first thing we want to look at is within this, we should see within Slack that there's now a check mark because Harry's automatically picked up that new contact. Okay, and actually we've actually had a new contact come in just as we're doing this demo, which is cool. Okay, and let's go and it's kind of thrown me off track a little bit, but let's go in and show you what's happened. So in here, for example, we've got on any of these flows, we've got the ability to click view details. And what this actually does is it brings up the flow of the steps that Harry undertook in order to process the lead. So here you can see we extract the information from the lead gen platform. We have a loop that's basically going around each of the leads that it picks up, and then if you look at here, you can see we actually have an agent step, which is calling out, utilizing Harry again to add that contact into HubSpot. And once we add that contact to HubSpot, we basically have a step at the bottom which will send emails to all the contacts as well. And all of this happens in parallel. So if there's multiple contacts, you don't have to wait for them to be processed sequentially. It could do 30 or 40 all in one go. So here you can see this is complete. And if we go into HubSpot now, we can see there's the new contact, John Smith. And in fact, also, if we go back here and look at the different flows that Harry's been running, you can see here recently completed work. And there's the work that's been completed here for contact, inbound leads, and write email to prospect. So let's actually look at what that email looks like as an example. I'll just bring it into the screen here. So, and I mean, the whole point of this is that we send this to ourselves, and then we can automatically tailor it depending on the actual lead. So for example, here, dear Mr. Smith, and we can personalize it or whatever way we see fit. So that's an example of how we process inbound leads. And if, for example, the lead already existed in HubSpot, then we could simply add a note to say that they'd visited the website again. Some other capabilities of Harry, which are really useful, is the ability to look at a glance of what Harry has been doing. And you can see here, here's all the different processes that have run in the past. And it's presented like a calendar view. And then the other thing we can do as well, I think I showed it a little bit at the start, was detailed analytics to be able to see, a timeline view, the same timeline view again of what Harry's been doing, but also being able to see it, per day broken down by process, etc. And we can see down at the bottom, how many workflows Harry has executed, success rate, etc. So it's pretty neat, and there's a whole sort of like 360 view of what Harry's been doing. And of course, we have the ability to chat with Harry here. And if you just simply want to, add a deal to HubSpot or add a contact, you can do it through here without having to go to HubSpot. So for example, if I wanted to create a new contact in HubSpot, new contact for let's call it Simon Hayes at Wells Fargo. Hope there's no one called Simon Hayes at Wells Fargo. Let's see. There we go. So you can see it's automatically checked to see whether Simon Hayes exists in HubSpot, and we can see he doesn't. So it automatically adds it. And if we go to HubSpot here, we should see Simon Hayes as well. Thank you very much. Look out for the next video where we're going to tell you a little bit more about Hunter, because I know many of you use Hunter, and we'll show you a little bit of how Hunter's built as well. Thank you very much.